Please tell me that wasn't contagious. Years ago, I was showing some houses to these buyers, and Mrs. Buyer happened to be a clean freak, and her appearance was perfect, and she would comment on the houses. We'd looked at houses for a few weeks, but this one particular day in December, she would comment on how clean certain houses were or how messy certain houses were. And so I think we're on the fourth house, and so I ring the doorbell. I yell hello as we walk in. We've looked at the whole main floor of this house, and we're opening, closet doors. They're checking out everything. Look at the pantry. We've looked at everything. We go upstairs, and we've looked at all the smaller bedrooms. And then as we head into the master bedroom, we hear this raspy voice coming from the bed, and this woman says, "Hi, I'm so sorry I'm here. I got sick, and I just got home just a few minutes ago." And so, that's all that my buyer needed to hear. And we were out of that house, back down the stairs, out the front door instantly. We're trying not to touch our faces. I'm thinking the whole way we're walking down the stairs, oh my gosh, I've touched every doorknob in this house. I've got billions of germs on my hands. My buyer, Mrs. Buyer, is a basket case. This is her nightmare now. She's like, oh my gosh, we've got to get out of here. We got to get somewhere to wash our hands instantly. So we're trying not to touch our faces. Anyway, we do go wash our hands. And I tell you, a couple days later, I am sick. I got my whole family sick. Both my buyers, Mr. and Mrs. Buyer, they got totally sick. And, this is way before coronavirus. This is years ago. After that experience, I started carrying hand sanitizer for that reason. That one showing had horrible impact on my life, as all my buyers' lives. It's just like negativity. Negativity is a virus. It's a disease. With a real cold or stomach flu or a sickness, you bounce back after a few days. But with chronic negativity, it will destroy your real estate career. In fact, let's say you just started dieting and you just joined Weight Watchers or something like that. A lot of times you're not going to get full positive support from your family. What you're going to get instead is, you've tried with this before. It's never worked in the past. It's not going to work again. I don't understand why you keep wasting your money on these kinds of things. Or you get really excited. You go join a gym and you're excited. You've put together a plan. You're going to lose weight. And so what do you get at home? I can't believe you just wasted money on a gym. That's not going to work. You're not going to stick with it. Blah, blah, blah. And that cuts the legs off of you. It destroys all the momentum that you were excited about, that you probably would have succeeded with. It's why you have to have support, and you can't have the chronic negativity that a lot of people put in our lives. Negativity is just as contagious and just as damaging and harmful as an illness and a virus and a sickness. It's just as contagious, it spreads just as fast, and it's hard to contain it once it gets started. I remember when I was in college, one of my roommates had, his mom would come around, and his mom loved to gossip. She loved it. She would even start off conversations. Now, I don't like to repeat gossip, so you're all gonna have to listen close the first time. And then she would start talking about all my roommates' high school friends, because she still talked with all their moms, or she would hear gossip about them from all these different parents that she still had contact with, and she would share all this with my roommate. So and so and so and so, this is what they're doing. And he would say, "Mom, that's not true. You're spreading wrong information. Stop saying that stuff. It's wrong. People are spreading stuff that's not even close to the truth. But she loved to gossip. She was also overly critical and very negative. Just that personality. And it had huge impact on my roommate. And we would tell him after she would leave every time, you gotta just blow it off. Don't listen to it. Just let it go. You know, she doesn't mean to harm you, so you're just gonna have to just let it go. She doesn't understand the horrible impact of what she says is what she's doing. But what you need to do when it comes to your real estate career, what happened to me in the beginning, I didn't sell much in the very beginning. In fact, I sold nothing my first year. It was really bad. It was horrible. It was very frustrating, and I was already frustrated, and it's hard to continue. This is why real estate has such a huge turnover rate. This is why most new agents quit by the end of their second year. They can't financially continue going. And so, back then I'm already hard on myself, but I remember my dad, who was critical and just critical in nature. He would say, you know, this isn't going to work. You need to quit. I don't know why you're doing this anyway. You need to quit. You need to get your resume out there, and you need to get a real job. You need to get a job that's going to pay you something every 2 weeks. So I don't know why you're spending all this money on mailings. I don't know why you're spending money on signs. You're just wasting a lot of time. Time's passing. You shouldn't be doing this. And I remember one time, I don't know where it happened along the way, but I asked him for help. And so I was canvassing, going door to door in that neighborhood where I grew up, around that house, and he started helping me. And we would each take the same side of the street, or the same street. We would take both sides of the street, so I didn't have to keep going back and forth across the street. We would both go up the street, and we would come down the next block, door to door. Most people aren't home anyway. You're rolling up a flyer and you're rubber banding it on their doorknob. By the way, if you're going door to door, and it's hard to do that now with coronavirus, it's probably not a good idea, not acceptable. But back then, going door to door, and you'll be able to go door to door soon after there's a vaccine for coronavirus. He would help me. And then as time passed, I started listing houses and selling a lot. You know, to the point I've got a published book about real estate, and I've listed in Forbes magazine this year as one of the top market leaders in the country. As I started selling a lot of houses and I'm showing him these commission checks, he's like, oh my gosh, you should have done this sooner. And then he started kind of taking credit for how awesome this is. And he did help me, and he helped me create my name list also. He helped provide me all of his work friends and his personal friends of my mom and my dad, all their names and addresses. And that led to lots and lots of business over the years as I contacted all of his circle of influence. So what I want you to know is this: if you have negative influences in your life, there's an impact on you, whether you're trying to lose weight or whether you're trying to do real estate and you're doing everything you're supposed to be doing and you're getting criticized. You got to let it go. Don't let it have impact on you. Don't become a victim of that contagious nature out there, because it's not going to go away. You're going to be criticized. I'm criticized now when I have a huge year. Again, I'll have another huge year this year. Even during coronavirus, we're having huge months. Well, you've been doing this for years. It's easy for you. I'm like, what? You got to be kidding. You have no idea how bad my beginning was. So anyway, don't let it be contagious around you. Have fun with the video if you like this and learn something, because this is one of the most important lessons in real estate. Don't let negativity get a grip on your career. Please like this video and please subscribe. Thanks a lot.